I just want a rematch, and that's it. I want to get another chance. I could be better, I know. That's it.
Are you not happy with your performance tonight, though, Dmitry?
I'm not happy with my performance because I don't have my belt.
The two fighters like my brother, okay? But I think Bivol win more than 2 rounds more. I don't know why the result like this, but in my opinion, I will focus and I will try to do the rematch.
In the URBBV versus Dmitry Bivol fight, the judge's decision favored URBBV's aggressive style over Bivol's movement and less impactful punches. Although Bivol's technique was impressive, his lack of powerful punches compared to URBBV's more forceful strikes led to a majority decision against him.
Hearn was your promoter, Eddie Hearn. He said it was a joke, it was sickening, it's a disgrace, but he's just doing his job, I guess, yeah?
He's doing his job, and he has his own opinion and his personality.
Eddie Hearn expressed his outrage after witnessing what he believed was an unfair outcome in one of the most significant fights of Bivol's career. He criticized the judges, arguing that Bivol had won 8 rounds to 4, and suggested that the only way Bivol could have won was by a knockout. Hearn felt the decision was worse than the one that favored URBBV, and pointed out Bivol's decline in the latter half of the fight, which made Hearn's 8-4 score for Bivol seem less credible.
So honestly, going into the last couple of rounds though, we could hear Artur's team saying, you need a knockout, Dmitry.
It doesn't matter what we heard. We see decision. Congratulations, Artur.
Hearn also commented on a judge who scored the fight 116-114, implying that Bivol was only given 4 rounds. He declared that this judge should never work again. Hearn lamented that such a controversial decision occurred in a fight of this magnitude, asserting that Bivol deserved to be the undisputed champion that night. Despite Hearn's vehement defense, Bivol did not take the comments personally, understanding that Hearn was advocating for him and standing up for what he believed was right.
Incredible fighters, but I find it sickening that after a lifetime of hard work, Dmitry Bivol is not undisputed champion tonight. He won that fight. I struggled to find anybody.
The boxing world was abuzz with anticipation for the bout between URBBV and Dmitry Bivol. Fans and analysts alike knew this match had the potential to be one of the most significant fights in recent history. As the fighters entered the ring, the atmosphere was electric. Both competitors were prepared for a grueling battle, with each bringing their unique strengths and strategies to the forefront. However, the outcome of the fight sparked controversy and debate, particularly regarding the judge's decision, which favored URBBV over Bivol. From the opening bell, it was clear that URBBV had a strategy centered around aggression. He continuously pressed forward, throwing powerful punches and maintaining high pressure throughout the fight. In contrast, Dmitry Bivol relied on his agility and technical skills, opting for movement and precision rather than brute force. Bivol's punches were accurate and well-placed, but they lacked the power that BBV's strikes exhibited. As the rounds progressed, BBV's relentless aggression seemed to sway the judges. Bivol, on the other hand, focused on avoiding the ropes and trying to catch BBV with clean shots. He succeeded in landing several impressive combinations, but these were often overshadowed by BBV's more forceful blows. The fight was a classic clash of styles, BBV's power versus Bivol's finesse. When the final bell rang, the judges turned in their scorecards. The majority decision favored URBBV, which immediately sparked outrage and disbelief among many spectators. Eddie Hearn, Bivol's promoter, was particularly vocal in his criticism. He argued that Bivol had won the fight and deserved to be the undisputed champion. According to Hearn, Bivol had dominated the early rounds and managed to hold his own in the later stages, despite BBV's increased aggression. Hearn expressed his frustration with the judges, particularly one who scored the fight 116-114 in favor of BBV. He claimed that this judge's decision was unjustifiable and that such a person should never officiate a fight again. Hearn believed that Bivol had done enough to secure a victory and was deeply disappointed by the outcome. Despite the loss, Dmitry Bivol expressed a strong desire for a rematch. He acknowledged BBV as a worthy opponent and was eager for another chance to prove himself. Bivol admitted that he hadn't counted the rounds during the fight, as he was entirely focused on his performance. While disappointed by the loss, he remained determined to face BBV again and demonstrate his capabilities more convincingly. Bivol's plan for a rematch would likely involve avoiding the ropes and landing more clean punches. He recognized BBV's strength, especially the power behind his punches that landed on Bivol's arms. But he believed that he could adapt and overcome these challenges in a future bout. Many boxing analysts and former fighters weighed in on the fight, offering their perspectives on the outcome. Tony Bellew, a former cruiserweight champion, shared his thoughts, stating that he had Bivol leading throughout the fight. Bellew praised Bivol's combinations and overall performance, arguing that he had landed the better shots all night long. He acknowledged BBV's impressive stamina and pressure, especially given his age, but maintained that Bivol had done enough to win. Shaker Stevenson also commented on the fight, criticizing the lopsided scorecards in favor of BBV. He felt that the judges had been unfairly biased towards BBV's aggression, overlooking the technical skill and precision that Bivol displayed. Similarly, Claressa Shields offered her opinion, suggesting that the fight did not live up to the pre-fight hype and that the scorecards were not reflective of what transpired in the ring. The decision in favor of BBV had significant implications for both fighters. For BBV, the victory solidified his status as the undisputed light heavyweight champion, ending his knockout streak but securing a win through a majority decision. This achievement added to his legacy and demonstrated his ability to compete at the highest level, even as he neared 40 years old. For Dmitry Bivol, the loss was a setback, but it also served as a motivation to seek redemption. The controversy surrounding the decision fueled his desire for a rematch, and he remained focused on improving his performance and strategy. Bivol's team, led by Eddie Hearn, continued to advocate for another fight, believing that their fighter deserved another shot at the title. Eddie Hearn's reaction to the fight was one of both anger and determination. He believed that Bivol had been wronged by the judges and was committed to securing a rematch. Hearn argued that Bivol had performed exceptionally well, and that the decision did not accurately reflect the fight's dynamics. He pointed out that Bivol had been competitive throughout the match, and that his decline in the later rounds was not as significant as the judges suggested. Hearn also criticized the judge who scored the fight 116 to 114, claiming that such an egregious error should not go unpunished. He called for greater accountability in judging and emphasized the importance of fair and accurate scoring in boxing. Hearn's advocacy extended beyond just this fight, as he sought to highlight broader issues within the sport's officiating. Despite the controversial loss, Dmitry Bivol remained optimistic about his future. He recognized the areas where he needed to improve and was determined to come back stronger. Bivol's focus would likely be on enhancing his power and maintaining his precision while finding ways to counter